2024 is set up to be a very different year in some very encouraging ways for the housing market. I'm Chase Hansen, your DFW Realtor, and for our first housing market update of 2024, we're going to talk about the biggest changes we're seeing for 2024 in home buying and home selling, and what that means for people looking to move in our market here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and beyond. And spoiler alert, it's all very good news. Anyone who's paid any attention to real estate the last several years knows that from 2020 to 2023 were all really difficult markets in some really unique ways. So when I say we're seeing changes in 2024, I'm seeing some really encouraging news that I think you're going to be glad to hear. So we're going to get into the top 3 changes to home buying in 2024. As we get started here, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to keep up with monthly updates and important resources for people moving or thinking about moving. All right. The number one change for real estate in 2024 is mortgage rates. And this is not just a prediction. This is something we've already seen as mortgage rates have dropped almost 1.5% in the last 2 months. That means that people shopping for houses today are paying hundreds of dollars less on average than someone who was buying a house just a couple months ago. So let me lay out the facts really quickly so people know what's going on if you're not someone who's keeping track of these numbers day to day. Mortgage rates got up to 8% in October, which is really high. And they were above 7% for most of 2023, which is very restrictive for many buyers' budgets. Now, at the beginning of January, rates are averaging closer to the mid 6% range, according to Mortgage News Daily. Not only have they dropped significantly as we've turned over the new year, but they're expected to hang out in a pretty stable place with a slight trend downward for most of this year, according to economists in the industry. And that's happening because the Federal Reserve has stopped their rate hikes, which was pushing rates up. And so that pressure and volatility they were putting on should be gone, leaving room for rates to fall, especially when they start lowering rates back down in the future. So here's what that means in summary. Mortgage rates have fallen. People buying homes will have more wiggle room in their budgets as a result, which means people who have been waiting for more affordable conditions to buy or sell should have more freedom to enter the housing market. If you're someone who's been waiting to buy or sell in North Texas, I have a link in the description to schedule a free home consultation. I'd be happy to talk through your plans and how to set yourself up for the best options as a buyer or seller. No cost or obligations with that, just info and advice. Now let's talk about the number 2 change for real estate in 2024, and that's inventory. Inventory is the number of houses for sale, and 2023 saw some of the lowest new listings numbers we've ever seen. But 2024 should bring better conditions with more people willing to sell their home, meaning more options for buyers at the same time that financial conditions for buying are loosening up a bit. Last year's housing market was slow and hard for buyers and sellers both. The high mortgage rates and low numbers of new homes for sale meant that people who don't need to move for some job reason or family reason were not motivated to put their house for sale because less buyers means less offers, and less offers means less chance to sell your house for more money. Not to mention they have to turn around and find a new place to live, and it's more expensive with less options for them too. So lose-lose situation. Better mortgage rates means more people will feel free to move, both as buyers and sellers. And if you're one of those sellers who's been waiting, I'd love to help you make a plan so you can get the best price and terms for your house. Again, that link is in the description. But overall, more inventory is great news. There's a lot of pent-up demand as millennials, who are the largest generation since baby boomers, are in the peak life stage to be buying houses, but the last several years of restrictions in the housing market have made that a difficult situation because we simply haven't had enough houses available. Prices have been difficult, and so moving towards a freer, more populated housing market is really good for everybody. Finally, let's talk about the number 3 change for real estate in 2024, which, ironically, is predictability. One of the things that has made the past several years such a struggle for people trying to buy and sell houses is that every year has felt like a completely new and different market. And when you're talking about buying a house, moving, one of the biggest financial transactions that people make that impacts what their lives look like for years to come, adding in an extra layer of instability and stress is not needed. Volatility and unpredictability is bad for consumer confidence. The good news is that 2024 is looking to be a housing reset. Mortgage rates should be staying pretty stable but slowly falling. Home price growth has slowed, but prices are also not falling, meaning you can budget with more certainty, and you shouldn't be seeing huge price increases or bidding wars, but At the same time, as a seller or as a new homeowner, once you've bought that house, your values are still there and they aren't dropping. This is a stable market with reasonable conditions to find the right home, to have your agent negotiate and strategize a contract that works for you, and to move with confidence into a new home without crazy price questions along the journey. So we talked about mortgage rates, the supply of houses for sale, and the stability and predictability of the housing market. If you found that helpful, drop a like on the video, and if you have a question or think I missed something, let me know in the comments. For those who are thinking of moving, whether you're buying or selling, be sure to go into the description and request a free moving consultation. This is a great first step to think through what your needs and goals are, what the transaction process actually looks like right now, where you can be setting yourself up for success and avoid some costly mistakes, and at the end of the day, how you can get the best price and terms as you buy or sell your house. My name is Chase Hansen. I'm a realtor serving the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area in North Texas. You can find my email, Instagram, and that consultation link in the description. Like this video, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.